People tell us every week that our information has helped save their life. If you agree that this is helpful information, please like, share, and most of all, subscribe, because nothing makes a channel like subscriptions. New Year's resolutions, do they work? Well, let's see. This was a study featured in the New York Times. There are lifestyle components for cardiovascular prevention, including a combination of diet and exercise. It came from British Medical Journal last year in Australia. The authors of the study looked for association between physical activity, diet, cardiovascular disease, and diet and adiposity or fat-related cancer mortality. This was a population-based cohort study based in the UK on the National Health Death Records up to April 20. They used statistical models to examine associations between self-reported physical activity, diet quality, cardiovascular disease, obesity-related cancer mortality, death. And here's what they found. During a median follow-up of 11.2 years, 2,650 participants dying from cardiovascular disease, 4,520 from obesity-related cancers. People with both higher levels of physical activity and better quality diets had the lowest mortality rates. Intense exercise had a particularly low risk for cardiovascular disease mortality. Now, let's go back. High-quality diet was defined as 4.5 cups of fruit and vegetables per day, 2 or more servings of fish, and less than 2 servings of processed meat per day. Now, having said all of that, I would expect to get a lot of hater comments because, all that fruit and a lot of those vegetables are likely to be bad for you. I mean, does that include 2 bananas, an apple, and some sugar beets? Well, for some people, I'm sure it did. And this is the interesting part to me. I would say in a lot of people that did include that. And how could people get better with that kind of sugar, carb intake? Well, let me go back and make a comment. I've said this before many times. If you're familiar with the group, the magician couple, Penn and Teller, Penn Jillette weighed what? 300 pounds, 280, something like that. He lost close to 100 pounds, maybe a little bit over 100 pounds on a mono diet consisting of nothing but potatoes. And I can tell you, doing what I do for a living, him having lost 100 pounds of fat far outweighed the risk components of eating all of those potato carbs. So carbs are important, but body fat's more important. Remember that. And again, how did they define moderate and intense physical activity? The vigorous activity lasted more than 10 minutes. So this is very analogous to the study that appeared in the New England Journal comparing lifestyle to metformin. Very light physical activity, like in walking 3 or 4 times a week, less than 5-pound weight loss. Those were 3 times more impactful than a full dose of metformin. So again, as we see, a couple of things. Number one, it's not like you have to go full keto, that you have to lose 30 pounds, that you have to become a world-class sprinter. Intensity in each of those areas really does help, but just little baby nudges helps too. It makes a big, big difference. So adherence to both quality diet, sufficient physician activity is important to reduce the risk of mortality. I would say the diet is critical. I would also say physician activity was a typo. It was supposed to be physical activity. It's not just about burning calories. It's about intentionality, intentionally eating more consciously and moving your body. Just get out there and do it. Don't worry about what level you can reach. Better than what you're doing now is a major success.